lion. Hello, Styx. Just... Hello, Gabby. Alright. Just gonna go very, very slowly here. As they are here. Ooh. Okay. Tough one. Center, I think this could probably be the best spot for you for now. For everyone to have a look at what seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubs and 1 adult lioness. They must have been so close to where we were driving and we just missed them by an inch when we went off-roading earlier. Hello, beautiful lions. Good to see some of you grooming and moving and doing stuff. I wonder where the rest of them are, because the Styx, if I'm not mistaken, it's 4 females. 3 females. I always get confused. You see, I haven't been here for a while and now I need to remember all of them, which is wonderful. Like, it's the best study that I could potentially do. Oh, there's another head at the back that I hadn't seen earlier. Well, it's very nice to see you guys. I wonder where the other females are. I'm sure they're somewhere around here, just perhaps a little bit more towards the back. Hello. Ooh, stretchy, stretchy. Somebody's getting ready. Now, they do appear to have some mange, which is a type of mite that goes into their skin and just makes them have like all these calves and lose hair and so on. But I was actually expecting it to be a lot worse than what I'm seeing. So maybe this is not the individual that's the worst, but the fact that they are a lot bigger, it could be better for them just to be able to survive. And the fact that also combined that the rainy season is not too far from here. So once it starts raining, it's almost like they get a very good bath. And once they get a very good bath, then that also helps them all together. And for everyone that's just joining the channel or that is new, so it's not a deadly, in most cases, unless the infection gets very bad, it's not often a deadly situation for the lions, although we've had cubs in this particular pride die of mange last year. But it is a natural thing that occurs in this particular area, and this is the reason why the reserve chooses not to treat them or not to intervene. Also, I think from an ethical perspective, might just be, I don't know if ethical is the right word though, but just to be able to treat them, very likely all of them would have to be sedated and put under anesthesia just to be able to be treated. So I don't know if that would actually cause a little bit more stress to them. So I am hoping, I'm sending all my positive vibes that they're going to be doing a little bit better. I actually don't think that they look all that bad. Obviously they could look a little bit healthier, but I think there is quite a bit of hope. I think this female has just moved off to the back where potentially the other females are. So I just want to try and see if I can squeeze through here. What is this? Oh, it's a stump. Let's try not to get a flat tire. Hello, pretty lion cubs. They are looking very big from the last time I saw you guys. You were still balls of fluff. And now you're becoming little lions. Just like little leopard. Alrighty. Kate, you said that you didn't realize that the Styx had so many cubs that you thought they only had 3. Well, I think it's because their last litter was 3, so the smaller ones were 3, so I think those ones were the ones that maybe you thought were in, but they had previous cubs from a previous litter that are still around, and then you can see just how much bigger they are in comparison to the other ones. Hello, little lion cub. Now, the mothers are somewhere behind. I think they've actually carried on walking, if I'm not mistaken, because I can't see them from here anymore. I do hope that you guys are going to be fine. Because you can see the different lesions, the scabs that it's forming in its skin and everywhere else. And unfortunately, the unfortunate thing about mites is that they're highly contagious. So all they have to do is rub against each other, and like they'll give mites from one another, from the cubs to the mother, from the mothers to the cubs. And then it's a type of parasites that's able to survive on its own out there in the bush, and it will go from one species of animal to another one. So it can jump from an impala to a lion, from a lion to a leopard, just by being roughly in the same area. Now, I'm pretty sure the rain we had the other day helped you guys, and we are all hoping that you are going to be fine, because you are a lot older than what I thought, which is also good. Donna, can lions outgrow mange, you ask? A lot of them do. So this is the thing. I was actually reading a very interesting study about mange today, because always curious about why it seems to affect this particular pride, or why does it affect certain animals? Why do some animals recuperate from it? And it's funny because a lot of research has been put into it, but nobody's actually 100% sure. So it's a constant debate as to why mange affects certain creatures, why it affects only certain individuals and not everybody else, and so on. So in a lot of the cases, because it's a mite that starts attacking their immune system, if they are older, like these cubs are now, that they are much older than when we first saw the Styx with mange, I think it was last year, that they were smaller cubs and under a lot more stress, I would say. You see there's one that's looking actually very stunning. So if they have enough of a response from their immune system towards the mites, they can actually pretty much repel them and outgrow them, and just have it in lower quantities where it won't affect the general condition of the creature. However, if they are under a lot of stress, and it's particularly visible, I was reading in the study, it's particularly visible in cubs because they are at the lower hierarchy, if I can put it that way, of the social structure. So they'll have more stress in terms of like social relationships, or they'll perhaps feed a little bit less, and so on and so on. So they can just fight it off themselves, and often they do. A lot of creatures often do it, but if there's a certain set of conditions that will add onto their stress, be it dietary stress, being social stress, or any other particular type of stress that the animal might be experiencing, then that becomes harmful to them, and it can lead onto a whole different things. Alright, where are you guys going? Seems like our lions are heading onto the darkness, and Jamie is also driving in the darkness. So I'm going to actually try and reposition, see if we can find them from a different point of view, and hopefully have another look. And while we do that, let's see if we can find Jamie. Jamie, you're so funny. Yes, we have managed to find the sticks, or stick with the sticks through the sticks. Haha, how's that? Didn't see that one coming, did you, Lou? So they are busy heading slowly towards Treehouse Dam, and apparently there's been a leopard found at Treehouse Dam. So it's a young male leopard, so I'm thinking either Hosanna or Tamba. I'm more inclined to say Hosanna, because apparently his tracks were somewhere around that area this morning, or around Twin Dams, and I'm sure he saw me drive past. Little cheeky leopard. But like I said, the lions are still quite far away, so I'm sure there's just a bit of anticipation in the air, but maybe the lions will go somewhere else, and then of course we'll keep everyone updated as to what happens. Now I want to stick with the sticks with the lions, just to see what they do or where they go, and just to be able to have a bit of an idea, because also we haven't spent too much time with them, and it's also nice to see them. Tristan tells me all this, what I think are legends, about how when he used to work at Chitwa, the sticks were the dominant pride of lions and on Djuma, and not the Nkahumas. And I always laugh, because I said to him, I have never ever seen them on Djuma. I'm not too sure what you're saying. And look at them today, they're pretty much in the middle of Djuma. Now, where are you girls going, and why are you going that way? Whew, yeah. I'm gonna have to go around, because it seems like now they're heading north. So I sort of just want them to carry on that way, so that they don't even go to that young leopard or to Shadow and the cub. Where are you girls going? Alright, we are heading onto the road once more. Watch out here. Sorry, Senzo. Oh, hello cubbies. On the road. I think the cubs are not in the mood to start moving around, because the two of them have just laid down, and I see one of the females is carried on going, or she seems to want to carry on going east, or at least two of them actually, now that I can see them properly. And the cubs are trailing very lazily behind. Oh, hello, beautiful girl. Are you done now? They do seem to be in a bit of a mission and moving. And of course, as soon as I say that, they all lay down and pretend that this has never happened. They are looking in that direction, so I wonder if whatever it is that Shadow is listening or she could hear earlier, and it's not the same as to what they are, because whatever it was, it's now, or in between. They're still quite far away from each other, but they're still in between all of them. Now we've got all the cubs here, and they're also attentively listening to what might be lurking in that particular area. Didn't we pass a big herd of impala earlier? Also, I think that's maybe what they're after. There was a massive herd of impala not too far from here, and there were of course the giraffe that we saw earlier on, so I wonder if they're not looking for something like that too, because they've also got cubs of their own that they have to feed. And I do think that this lion cubs eat a lot more than Shadow's cub, because they are probably already double her size, and there are about 5 of them. 5? I've counted 5 or 6. Seems like they're still quite lazy. I think probably they didn't have such a nice nap as they normally do. And because they've moved throughout the day, it's just like, oh, now we have to get going and we have to move and we're tired. Hello, little one. Although, judging by that belly, it seems like you guys have eaten something. So it's not like you guys have been starving or anything. Very pretty boy. Karsten from Denmark, you're wondering how good a lion's eyesight is at night. Well, it's a lot better than ours, and they can pick up a lot more detail than what we do in a lot of movement. They have a bit of a different eye structure to what we do, and I would say our eyesight is more comparable to the one of the antelope and the species that move around during the day. And lions and leopards and hyenas and some other creatures, they've got at the back of their eye, they've got a second layer, if I can call it that. That's called the tapetum lucidum, and that acts as a reflective layer to pass light a second time through the retina from low light conditions. So actually, it is believed that, or according to a lot of scientific studies, that this is a perfect time for lions and leopards to go out hunting, because our eyes still haven't adjusted to nighttime, but there's a little bit of light still, whereas they can already see a lot better than us. So, yes, come our way. Woohoo! Let's go for a drink. Let's all meet at Treehouse Dam. Look at that pretty cub playing around. Are you coming this way? It's quite intimidating having a fully grown female lion coming our way. Are you coming? And it is wonderful having them walk so close to us. Now I can see Treehouse Dam from here, and I think this is exactly where they're going. So if we do get them all drinking from the pan, I think, you know, Senso, you and I are going to have a drink to join them, because how amazing would that be to have Shadow and the cub, and then the Styx and their cubs all drinking from Treehouse Dam. Wonderful. It's amazing, because now, hello, yawning lady. Now they mean business. They were tired, and then all of a sudden, what I believe is probably the most dominant female, she's gotten up, and she's headed off, and she's gone to the water. Now, I'm going to wait for them to pass us, because it is a very thrilling experience having them so close to us, but I'm very happy that I'm not on foot, because I would be terrified right now if that were the case. To then reverse and go to the dam, because I'm sure they're going to go for a drink, because they're heading straight in that direction. Now we've got the last renegade cub, probably one of the ones with the biggest personality, and they're heading onto the dam. Hello, cub. Alright, so he's gone off, and now I'm going to have to change our position from here so that we follow them. Now I just want to give Herbie an update. Herbie, Herbie, Are you still with that Madonna Ingwe? Yeah, the Angala, you should see them in the next minute or so. Alright. Okay, copy. The Angala are pretty much there. Alright, so it seems like there is a leopard on the dam wall, so hopefully we're gonna tense situation here. We're obviously gonna give everyone a lot of space, and we are still far away from where the leopard is. Alright, I'm gonna wait for them to go a little bit away. I don't think Herbie's got an ID just yet on that particular leopard, but hopefully if we do see it from where we are, we'll try to zoom in and just have a bit of an idea. There's quite a distance still between the two of them, so I think whoever it is would probably have enough of a chance to see the lions approaching, and more than that, I think the lions are just interested in going down for a drink. So I can't see it from here. Okay. Alright. Okay, the update from Herbie is that the leopard, whoever it was, has seen the lions and has just gone running onto the drainage line, has carried on running east away from them, which is good because we don't want them to meet. I suppose we don't, because that would be quite stressful, but just have a look at this view. Ooh. Come on, lions! Oh my god, this is such a beautiful sight of all of them drinking. Okay, we have switched onto infrared in case you were wondering why everything is looking of a particular color, but how is that for a view? Ah, this is gorgeous. Tristan's gonna be so jealous. This is incredible. What a pretty view of all of them together drinking. I'm actually going to try and shut up, see if perhaps you guys can hear them drinking. I already cannot wait to see all the screenshots and send them over to my family and be like, haha, I hope you guys enjoyed Monday. Look at all those tiny faces. Well, Treehouse Dam has certainly been the place to be today. Everyone's been coming around here for a drink, and then of course, because the conditions are getting a little bit worse for all of the animals around, there's not so much water readily available for everyone. They are all confined to the same areas for certain resources, in this case, water in particular. So between here and, well, Twin Dams, I would suppose it's the closest one, but from here to Buffelshoek Dam, there's not really water anymore, and from here to probably One-Eyed Pan or one of the bigger pans in Arethusa, there's also no water. Oh, you can hear them now. How cool is the sound of all of these lions drinking? What a sight. There's always one that's got to be the strong, independent woman that's just away from the rest of the crowd. I think likely she was the thirstiest one. And she just got into this corner and she was like, ah, yes, water, thank you. I am actually quite surprised to see that Treehouse Dam still holds a little bit of water, but obviously spectacular for us, because then we've got them all drinking. Lucian, you're saying that they are so thirsty. Yes, I completely agree. They've been drinking, although it's not uncommon for cats to come to the water and drink as much as they have in one go. However, I think it's also the just haven't had a drink in the whole day, and it was very hot at one point, especially around midday. So I doubt that they came for a drink. Likely they just moved a little bit. They've been holding their thirst, and now they've come all the way down here and they've carried on drinking. It'll be interesting to see where these guys go now. I don't think they're gonna go in the direction of where that leopard ran off to. Hopefully not. And then they will all carry on and do their own thing. Three little ones that are very, very thirsty. I think this is probably one of my best lion drinking sightings ever. I don't think we can complain at all. And now, of course, in a long lion line they go. The reflection of the water. I wish we could like turn the screen upside down or your camera upside down and then, you know, just make the whole world different. Oh, seems like one of the girls has decided this is it. No more. I'm so tired. I haven't slept 18 hours yet. Funny enough, we didn't see a lot of creatures around here when we were driving this afternoon, because we've mostly been around the same area the whole afternoon, and we just saw that giraffe. We didn't see really many impala, no kudu, not too many animals. So look at that pile of lions. So I wonder if they're going to carry on looking for food, or if they're perhaps going to carry on into the Malawati. That is wonderful, all of them together. How amazing is this? We've had a leopard and her cub come straight here, and then we have now the Pride of Lions, all of them together here. It just proves that waterholes are popular places, and we could have very easily missed it. Now I wonder where are you going? I can't see from here where they are going, so I'm gonna go around the other side. I think maybe some of them are also lying down again. So we're just gonna try and reposition and hopefully find another wonderful spot. Alright, let me try and get ourselves out of here. Rishi, you're wondering at what age will the cubs join the hunt? Well, they're still a bit too young. Normally when they're about a year old or so, they start joining, but they join as spectators, but they don't actively join, because when they start accompanying, they first have to learn how to hunt as a group, as a pride. Obviously, like leopard cubs do, they have the instinct and they know how to do certain things just by instinct, but because they all hunt together, then it takes a little bit of practice. So when they're about a year to 2 years old, then they start learning how to hunt with the rest of the pride, but they will just start as spectators. And often, because they get so excited once they do start participating on the hunts, they normally tend to ruin the hunts for the rest of the pride. And you see the females get very angry and they start growling. But I would say between a year and a half, 2 years, that's when you actually will see them start actively participating in the hunts. But from this age, I'm sure they're already, if the hunts occur not too far from where the mothers are, I'm sure they already are left in a spot where they know not to move any forward, and then they stay there, and then the mothers go and carry on. Now I've got some lions in front of us, and they've gone down to this drainage line. So seems like they're just busy walking around. So let's see. I just want to quickly use the spotlight and see, because I can see them here. Oh, hello lions! And up they go, and they've carried on. So I wonder if they're actually not going to go all the way to, because I see another lioness there actually. I wonder if they're going to carry on going to Twin Dams. It seems to be their tracks came from there, funny enough. We had their tracks going south not too far from here on that crossing, so I wonder if they're gonna go onto that general direction and carry on moving there. We've got the little renegade here at the back that doesn't want to carry on moving. And now you've realized that you've been left behind and then you're running home. Alright, let's carry on and see where they go. I think we can get away with trying to follow them on the road, because there's a big game path that they're following. Okay, I'm gonna try to. Sorry, I just want to try and find out from Herbie. Ah, they're all on the road now, all up ahead of us. Herbie, sorry, did you have an ID on that Ingwe from before? Okay, Gabi, do you know if it was Hosanna? Okay, Gabi, thank you. So yes, according to Herbie, it was Hosanna that saw the lions coming and then he ran onto safety. So hopefully he is safe somewhere. Because I think the Styx have changed the way that they're going. And it seems like they're going to cut across. And we're not too far from the boundary, so I wonder if they're going to carry on and maybe do another big loop around and then come back again so we can see them again tomorrow. That's my wishful thinking. And you see, it's quite interesting where they are walking. They are just following a game path. Beautiful. I'm gonna follow these tiny little lion cubs and mothers for a little while longer just to see what they get up to and when they do. But I believe Jamie is playing with costumes and she wants to be a giant flapping thing, perhaps a very scary one. So let's go see what she looks like. Yes, well, Pride of Lions against a hippo tailor, I reckon that would be quite something. So we are still following the Styx. And they are still busy moving in this area, but I know the road's not far, so I'm actually trying to get out of this area so that I can follow them on the road, because they have dragged us, of course, through an area that's a bit thick in some spots. So, whoa. Hopefully I'll be able to find a way out. Yeah, I think that if we go here, we'll be able to, and I can also keep an eye out on them, because I would love to have a nice view of all of them walking down the road towards us. I'm not too sure if I have chosen the best path. So, because they are definitely following their own path. Amazing, look at this. Now I know when we're tracking that this is a road that I need to come and check out. Alright. I'm waiting for an opening onto this side, because they are, all of them, walking in a very gentle line, all of them in front of us. Whoop. I think Sensor's going to switch on the IR, so that we can try and see them, because it's starting to be a bit dark. Okay, maybe that was a bit of a fail. Oh, there we go. I need to learn how to be more patient with the IR. Hello, pretty ones. And it's amazing, because from where I stand with my own two eyes, I cannot see them. I have no idea where those lions are, but we see them almost bright as day with the IR, which is quite amazing. Alright. I think they are quite far from us, so we're going to carry on, see if maybe we can have a view of them for the very last few seconds of drive. I think probably this is easier than having to carry the spotlight. But I don't know, oh my goodness. Maybe... Guys, I'm going to abandon you for the road. Okay, I can almost see the road. And I'm gonna head onto the road, and hopefully in the last minute we'll be able to see them. Rashni, you say that the story of the Lucky Bean continues with or without them. Hopefully. Now the Lucky Beans just need to get me out of here with no flat tires. I am hoping that we're going to be able to have one last look at them. However, I think I might have misjudged the distance from the road to where the lions are. So the road is actually quite close now. But I just need to get out of here. But I am sure this is where the lions are going to be headed up. They are going to go onto the... Oh, sorry. Now I'm flashing people. Alright, well, if they're not gonna go... The Angala, they're gonna pop on this road a little bit further. Alrighty. Let's see, hopefully for the last 32 seconds of drive, we'll be able to spot them again and say goodnight to the beautiful lions. I see their eyes in the distance. I think they are just going to carry on moving through the bushes. Hopefully, let me see. Alright. Seems like they're heading away. Perhaps it's the best way to end up the night with a bit of a mystery, and we'll